Welcome! Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a system we all count on, but almost never actually see. I'm talking about your home's plumbing, that vital, hidden circulatory system. And we're going to use a really specific case study to get a handle on the challenges it's up against every single day.
All right, let's just dive right in. You've got this whole network of pipes that work silently day in and day out. But here's the thing. When it fails, it can be an absolute catastrophe. So today, we're taking a journey behind the drywall. We're going to use the city of Buffalo, New York, to understand this universal battle that's happening inside every single one of our homes. You know, a great way to think about your plumbing is like your home's circulatory system. It's this incredible, invisible network that literally keeps your home alive, delivering fresh, clean water and getting rid of waste. It is absolutely crucial for our health, our safety, and of course, our comfort. But this system, as tough as it is under constant stress, both from how we use it inside and from some pretty powerful forces on the outside.
So, why Buffalo? Why are we zeroing in on this one city? Well, we're looking at Buffalo because its unique mix of environmental and historical factors creates what you could call a perfect storm of challenges for plumbing. This is kind of the antagonist in our story today. Now look, these problems aren't only found in Buffalo, not at all, but they are so concentrated there that it makes for an amazing learning example for all of us.
In a place like Buffalo, the enemies of your plumbing are, well, they're everywhere. You've got these brutal freeze-thaw cycles that are constantly making pipes expand and contract. You have a really old housing stock, most homes built before 1960, which means you're dealing with outdated materials. And inside those old pipes, oh man, you've got corrosion, you've got scale buildup from water with high mineral content, and you even have shifting clay soil that can literally snap sewer lines. Every single one of these things is waging a slow, silent war on the pipes inside a home.
So what happens when this hidden network is finally pushed past its breaking point? Well, this is where the story gets really dramatic. The signs of a system in distress become very visible, and yeah, often very, very messy for the poor homeowners. You know, a major character in this whole drama is the pipe material itself. On the left, you've got the old guard, galvanized pipes. These were super common before the 1960s, and they are notorious for rusting from the inside out, which basically chokes off your water flow. But then on the right, you have the modern heroes, PEX and copper. These guys resist corrosion and all that mineral buildup. PEX is even flexible, which gives it much better resistance to freezing. The material really, really matters. This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? That brownish, discolored water you might see coming from your faucet, that's not just some minor inconvenience. No, that is a clear-as-day signal that your home's arteries are getting clogged up. It is a very visible symptom of a much deeper, hidden problem. And here's another chain of events that is totally predictable, this time for your water heater. It starts with high mineral water leaving sediment at the bottom of the tank. That layer of gunk forces the heater to work way harder, causing those rumbling or popping sounds you might hear. Eventually, all that constant overheating leads to corrosion, leaks, and a catastrophic failure. The crazy thing is, it's a completely preventable chain reaction. And the symptoms don't stop there, not by a long shot. We're talking burst pipes from freezing water, nasty sewer backups from tree roots invading old pipes, gurgling toilets, and of course, those dreaded water stains on the ceiling. The real key here is to understand that these are not random accidents. They are the predictable outcomes of a system that's fighting a losing battle against its adversaries. Okay, so we get the problems. They're big, they're scary, so let's pivot and talk about the resolution. What does the solution actually look like when your home is in the middle of a crisis? Well, it's not about guesswork or just brute force. It's about a systematic, professional process of diagnosis and then intervention. A professional approach is all about removing stress and uncertainty. It all starts with a clear description of the problem when you call for service. That's followed by a really thorough inspection and a written estimate, so you know exactly what the root cause is and what the cost is going to be upfront. Finally, the repair is made and the system is tested to make sure the fix is actually working. It's a process that's built on clarity, no surprises. And that clarity extends to the cost too. This table shows you that the price of a repair isn't just some random number. It depends on how severe the problem is, right? A simple clog versus a main line break. It depends on how accessible the pipes are, what materials you're using, and whether you need city permits for major work. This kind of transparency really helps you understand the value and the complexity of the job. Now, this is the part that's all about empowering you. We've seen the threats, we've seen the enemies, so how can you shift your mindset from being reactive to being proactive? This is your toolkit. This is what you can use to protect your own home's hidden network, and it doesn't matter where you happen to live.
And check out how simple prevention can be. Insulating pipes with foam sleeves, letting faucets drip a tiny bit in extreme cold, opening cabinet doors to let warm air in, disconnecting your outdoor hoses. These are such simple, low-cost steps that can literally save you from thousands and thousands of dollars in water damage.
Hey, remember that water heater life cycle we talked about? Well, here are the warning signs that it's getting near the end. Is it over, say, 8 to 12 years old? Is the water coming out rusty? Are you hearing those rumbling noises or seeing small leaks around the bottom? Is the heat just not consistent anymore? Knowing these signs lets you replace the unit proactively, on your own terms, and avoid that middle-of-the-night emergency flood. So, the most crucial point in all of this is actually pretty simple. Your most important tool is just awareness. Basic maintenance, like an annual drain cleaning or flushing your water heater, can prevent most of these huge emergencies. It really just comes down to paying attention to the small changes. A little drop in water pressure, a new gurgling sound. That is the key. Which brings us to our final thought for today. That gurgling drain or that dripping faucet, it isn't just some minor annoyance. It's your home's hidden network trying to communicate with you. Understanding its language is the first and most important step to keeping it and your whole home healthy. So the real question is, are you listening?